Hi YouTube, it's Kathy, and welcome to Weeding My Book Collection. So a couple of weeks back I read The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up, and I decided that I was going to weed my book collection kind of using that method, only sort of. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to grab every book in my apartment that belongs to me. I'm going to put them where I'm sitting right now, and I'm going to sort through them with one exception. I already know that I don't want to get rid of the 50 or so Nancy Drew novels that I have, so I'm not going to take them off the shelf because that seems like a waste of my time. So I guess the first thing I need to do is move this couch out of the way and start collecting all of the books in my apartment. Let's go. So the rest of the items on that bookcase are not books. It's CDs and music and things like yearbooks from high school, which, to be fair, I should probably get rid of, but let's deal with, like, fiction and nonfiction and not memory crap today, shall we? So I'm gonna run around and grab the last couple of books from around the apartment in weird places that were not bookshelves, so let's do that. So I'm already sweaty from moving everything, and I feel like I have an intimidating amount of books to get through, but we're gonna do it anyway. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you all the books, and if I'm going to keep them, I'm going to put them in that direction, and if I'm going to donate them, I'm going to put them in that direction. Alright, let's do this. side, we have team going. On this side, we have team staying. Once that got going, it did not take as long as I thought it would. It took about 20 minutes to go through all of my books. I did a rough count. Hopefully I am correct in my rough count because books are still in piles, so it wasn't the best way to count books. But it seems like I've gotten rid of 98 books from the total of 244 books. And that's 40% of my books that I just weeded from my personal collection in 20 minutes. Which is super efficient. Some of the books I kept because they're books I absolutely love. Some of the books I kept are because they are part of a set, and I love having a collection of things. Some of them I kept because of a personal memento type of feeling, and then again, some of them I kept because I haven't read them yet. However, that doesn't mean that just because I haven't read a book, I didn't unhaul it or weed it, because there were quite a few books in the other section that I have not read yet, but I definitely was like, I can get that from the library if I feel like reading it ever. In fact, there were quite a few of the ones that I kept that I was like, I might end up just turfing this later because I can get it from the library. But that's for another day. One of the bonuses of doing this is now I can make a physical TBR pile, or rather shelf, so I can know exactly where the books are in my collection that I have not read yet and be like, oh yeah, I totally remember that I want to read The Name of the Wind. And now I know exactly where it is. Also kind of sweaty. So I'm going to go through the process of putting the books I'm keeping back on the shelves, and I'll let you see what it looks like. Okay, so for the most part, the books that I haven't read are on this shelf. For the most part, because of course nothing works out perfectly. Also, I used to keep my cookbooks down here and never used them because I'm terrible, so I've now put them on the top of the shelf, so hopefully one day I'll actually learn how to cook. That would be nice. I've also got this little stack here of things that I'm currently reading, and that's because not a lot actually fits in this little tiny shelf here, but I don't want to move the shelf down any because then both of these shelves are a weird size. Also, because there's always one item that you forget to put in a pile when you're doing something like this, I found the one item, and it's this travel book. And I knew that I wanted to keep it anyway, so it's fine, whatever. So now I've put all my books back on the bookcase, and I've got room to spare, and there are no books in my house that currently live on the floor besides the ones that I need to now figure out how to donate. We have a lot of free little libraries in Victoria, but I feel like I might be filling up all of them in the next few days. That's it for this week. If you have thoughts on literally any book that you saw in this video, please let me know about it down in the comments below. I would love to start a discussion about books I kept, books I didn't keep. If there's any books that I didn't keep that you are insulted by, let me know so we can talk about it. If there's any books that you were like, hey, I've never seen that book before, what is it? Maybe I'll be able to tell you. Maybe it'll be an ARC that I got 5 years ago while I was traveling and I was doing way too much time on the Goodreads getting free books things and then I never actually read it. On the way down to the comment section, be sure to hit that subscribe button. You can also like and share this video as you see fit, and I will see you next time. Bye!